Hey guys, this is Envy Gaming and welcome back to the Letter Visual Novel Horror game. Now, yes, we just came out from the cafe after we get a treat for Rebecca and Zach. Zach was so depressed because of the reviews, but we cheer him up and we are outie from the cafe. So, let's move on with the story, shall we? The sky is cloudless. The noontime sun is beating down from hot concrete when we left the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fevered mood and make them vulnerable to catch something. No wonder we are staff member going wild lately, not to mention my boss's mineral mood. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy climate back. For all the gasp of unpredictable weather though, the streets of Lexburg remain constantly busy. The having tapping sounds against the pavement and chatter from the lunchtime crowd fill the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of things shall have to do regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Blair reality for me. Zach to meet a magazine fuck. Okay. Chill. Back to Blair reality for me. Zach to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca has her lesson plans books at home. But more than once, I catch a sneaking long glance over something displayed on the window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I turned my head at the last shop she checked out. A feeding gasp. The world stills. Oh, pretty lady. More pretty than Isabella. Boo. Roasted. No. She looked at me, eyes hollow, glance piercing, boring into my very soul like a set of chains keep my whole body still. There's no shadows or whispers this time. Only a pea. A hum, a low and indistinct, compelling me, beckon me, intent to drag me into the world beyond the glasses. Help me. I don't want this. My heart hammered against the ribs, every beat, every thump screaming at me, looking away to make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face for her call. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forced me to take a tensive step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from a gasping wound on her arms or nailless fingers. Ouch, that feels horrible. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after all I got for Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Hi, she's screaming, I love you. Be pleasant, lady. Oh, her face content, and she lets out a wail, sharp and uttering forgiving rage. There's only hatred and bitterness. If in every note I am turning away from her is that offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I am stumbling backwards, my own throat husked from a scream I don't even notice already coming out from my mouth. I back forward, back of my feet caught in a loose stone, catching me spamming on the ground, resulting in pain completely jogs me out of a haze, blurring my mind. For a while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. Looks of concern as looks of concern in our eyes. Oh no, what am I talking? Oh, it's It's supposed to be so serious. I'm sorry. God damn it. A look of concern is on her face, and her arms are grasping my arms tightly. Even Zack appears beside her, worrying that he stands behind her, acting as shield against a small crowd. Onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneaked a swift glance on the display window. She's gone. Yet the forbidding feeling had left me. My arms are shaking as I push myself off the ground. My weakening limbs refuse to solely to reflex and memory. Muscle memory, I'm sorry. Something icy had made it home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up any time, any moment to get the wrench sensation out.
You were screaming. Zach, call someone. No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later. Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her an ace, but it lightly comes out as a grimson. Gently I push my hands off my shoulder. My knees are still trembling, but I can still stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity is shifting, everyone stares me unnervingly, and Becca and Zach's concern are sophisticating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Here was only occasional drops of water on the sink, the whirring of the fan blades keeping me company. It's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking. But I even want to cluster to keep my company. The room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closely as the group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to turn everything out and keep my head from replying every image and every sound of her. Her screams are awkward. Awkward? Yeah, awkward grasp reaches for me. Her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for... Enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, though not to her hair is tangled. Though it's not for the hair still hanging drip against my back, nor the drift entering the room from the windows I left wide open. Oh, not the letter again. God damn it. My glance shifted over the letter sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutter intensely as though wind touches it. Funny how an original-looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. Our impulse is thrown away to rip it into pieces as still there. I can easily do that. But after that? What? Will she leave me? What about the people who always see it? Will they be okay? This What? Oh. This uncertain goods at me. Know that she's real might go people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The rub breaks in the silence near make me jumps out of my skin. Blindly, I fish out my phone under the mess of papers, curtains, and I carelessly throw it before I take a shower hours ago. Zach's name flashes behind the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon? Frankly, this is the last thing I want to discuss, but I did leave the two of them without saying anything. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall any plans with Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Alright. I did say, but I don't think he actually go through the problem, especially after what I was with his film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zack could be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zack.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
He trying to get me to cock. What? 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 He's trying to get me to talk. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Seeing concern in her ass, and I trying to get me a cock. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good words from my mouth. That's very nice. Piece of shit tongue. Never mind. Let's move on. Normally I will tell them I'm fine. Just simple reassurance to put their mind at ease. Now nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changed the topic.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand...
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
He hangs up before I can thank him. And the busy tone will muffle the echo to the receiver. No one's saying this will work, but I am doubtfully it will. But right now, I can take anything. Anything that gets out of this nightmare. The sleep comes easily tonight. For all the first time for a long time, I dream of clear skies and unrestrained laughter from children playing in the street and a small crimmed dwellings. To an outsider, the sight-down painting is a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. Okay, morning dawns bright and clear for the following day. Although the air is still muffly and mist, the chilly autumn weather for one of those rare weekends, I'm up before my alarm rings. Wait guys, I think we really need to, relationship and stuff. Okay, now we have a good relationship with Zachary, but Rebecca is so upset with me. Haston? When do I really talk with that douchebag? I don't know. Rebecca is sort of upset with me, so it's a concerning thing to, Journal. Let's talk about the journal, of course. For the movie about the Zachary, the letter, of course. A panty? What's this? This is the first date. God damn it. The family, the documents and the money she gave. The familiar smile greets her. Zachary. Okay, that's all. This is today, so I think this. I think I forgot something. Profiles. Hannah, Zachary. Nope, I'm not really into them. Right? Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Although the air still feels muddy and I miss the chilly autumn weather, it's one of those rare weekends I am up before my... Oh, I read this before. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for Zach's call last night, I'd probably sleep in. When 9 AM rolls around, I'm already up my way to... Is that the detective music again? God damn it. Okay, never mind. I'm already up to the way. Oh my god, motion. Motion. Yeah, motion. To think that I have gone back again. I have been lying if I'm excited. I don't want to anymore. Rose happily gave me a paperwork duty when I'm volunteered. We're on the last phase of the sale too. Well, almost. The papers to sign, documents to finalize, various other legal matters to settle with the current owner, and all that still. Never mind that the new owners are even want it done within the week. The process typically takes more than that. They want it done. We will get it done. I really don't understand the rich people. But the money can do wonders, but I wouldn't be surprised if they'd been able to push the process just a little more like what they do to secure the house. The point is, I am under no obligation to return to the house anymore. Running is an option, of course. I can now move on to another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, I'm always my conscience that wins. What something happens with those that had seen the letter? Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss McCall, the Wrights? The guilt is following me to my grave. The mansion looms as we approaches. The whisper welcomes me back. Shadows calling. I hope this is the last time. Ugh, God damn it. Very nice. They engaged with the quiet conversation when I found them in the mansion front gardens. Even the family company, it's impossible to at ease here. No matter who I'm with, the feeling being watched is there, like it's the very place itself is aware for its trespassers. Zack on the other side doesn't seem to notice. Or he simply doesn't care, or he's already used to it. I could never tell with him. Sometimes he's almost hard as sweet as Zack. Ash. Almost. As Zack doesn't ask for much patience as dealing with Ash does, and that's plenty about him. Miracle of miracles, how to two end up to be best friends. He waves at me as I approach. True as his promise, Zack has also brought his friend with him. Father Norman. Somehow I expect him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken.
Oh, she just... Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
He's going to die, easy.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes. Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No, it was enlightening, Father. Thank you.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's true.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your papa's right, unfortunately.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we? Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
He let Zack and I walked ahead. I believe this way he won't see how tightly I'm clenching the strips of my bag. Father Norman is probably trying to put me at ease, but the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling that I am forced, that firmly lodging itself in my stomach makes the presence known very step we takes towards the house.
Hey, you okay?
Zack lightly nudges at me, carefully mindful of his motions, to avoid startling me, no doubt. Can I be concerned? Can I be, it's okay? I'm going to be, it's not gonna be like, it's nothing. That's what the people often say. The more you can talk about it, the more reason they will show themselves to you. They'd rather not tell that happen right now. Oh no, I have to be honest with them, right? Shoot, never mind. Let's commonly honest when you're talking the same thing to the people 2 consecutive days to get a little tiring. After the trouble Zack went through for me on a weekend, no less, I really don't want to burden him more than my worries. That isn't what we're here for.
Yeah, it's nothing, Zack.
The resounding smile and nothing more.
Aye, if you say so. But tell me if you ain't feeling well. We don't have to go through with this if you don't want to.
Consciously, I'm grasping my bag strip loosened when I catch my glance. He returns me a smile, but one of his own. A light pat on the head. Altogether, he stops walking. The glance meant to be comforting, but only serves to add another layer of wrong with the way I'm refusing to tell him anything. He was there yesterday. He saw what happened. He has questions. One don't have to answer to yet, but I am also giving him way out.
Thanks, I will. But I think I still need to see this through. Besides, I'll be the one to blame if someone sees you there without me. I really don't want to get in trouble with my boss.
That bad, huh?
You have no idea.
Okay, come on. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, he called me a noob. I followed quietly after him, leaving everything else to be answered behind us. The things inside my bag clustered softly against each another while I rampage off the keys to the mansion. I shouldn't have heard of the telltale jiggles for now, but didn't I put my bag last night? Seconds later, I sitting on my heels, on one after other, I keeping out everything in every pocket, every slip. It will be pain to put everything back later, but I'm sure it's under theirs. Nothing. Oh man. All the time I to forget.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use of coming up with excuses, and right after they bought taking the time to go after these 4 from the city. With a heavy sigh, I grasped my door handle and put myself together, a string apology really to tip my tongue.
Careful, Bella!
We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you're not yet the owners, but
There's a brief moment of confusion, and then I'm falling. The momentum of the door swings open when I back first into the mansion's foyer, but I can't make sense of what happened.
Ow, my back.
Pleasant
what
music.
the? Isabella?
No time to nurse my bursting back and make excuses because of next time I know Zack's gently pushing me upright my arm. Rose looks down at me and makes of appropriation, something I couldn't quite place. I did say it's a relief, but... shush. Good going, Isabella. Right now you volunteer to work on the papers. And standing behind her.
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling. What are they doing in my house?
Abruptly, he waves his hand at Zack and Father Norme like their presence is slightly against his own.
I thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Like a deer caught in headlights. Unfair, Rose. They're putting me on the spot. and it left me no other choice but to answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
I am so sorry, Mama. You said I wouldn't go to hell if I lie. I likely will after this, but there's no other way. Well, it isn't entirely a lie. I'm here to make everything sure no one disturbs them after they move in. But it just so happens when I'm checking for trying to drive away isn't a paranormal variety.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
Mr. White shift his eyes around carefully manner, but he is looking for faults in every quirk of the house. The grin on his face, though, he returns for his attention to me. It's similar what my Q Jordan has to offer to give me what is up to something. Usually a scare prank, and eventually end me crying. I never did to forget what my way brother Sorry. I never did forget the way my brother snared at me then. A part of me thinks that perhaps I haven't been the subject for the mischievous childhood, but I wouldn't go a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice. I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Right now, in the face of almost identical expressions, perhaps even crueler than what I used to, the lie couldn't fall apart.
The truth is, I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection.
I shrank under his stunted glance for a second, but I think he started to shout at me. Instead, he laughed. Not to mocking gesture kind, but no wonder he's hearing things right. He said he's amazed, but I honestly couldn't understand what was so funny what I just said. Was it really that weird? Wasn't this a custom here? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like this.
That's rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion, since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living. Oh, well if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie. I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
All of a sudden, there's an awkward silence that even Rose and all the people seem reluctant to break. Though a desire to do isn't evident the way her eyes nervously shift at Mr. White. Meanwhile, Zack grasps his hand suddenly tightened. He doesn't say anything further, but there's a convulsed look too on him when I glanced up. Oh, he just said the N-word, eh? Oh, shoot. I just thought that's what... Ah, god damn it. Okay, never mind. The face he made only his desperately wants to give something a piece of his mind, but he chose not to do so, so mostly avoid confronting or framing the flames to an argument. He's always been like this, even among his own friends. He chose to take the planting stance, despite holding an opinion of his own. Not that I wouldn't say anything, but I know Mr. White's a client, but you can't say just that in front of other people, in front of Zack, no less. If Aston was here, I know he wouldn't stand for it. Neither do I. There's a reason why bullies back home never touch my younger brother again if I give him a taste of my own medicine. He might be inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Maybe if only I'm not going to get in trouble with B or C for it. But before any punch could be thrown, Ma'am Hannah cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell Wright.
You're done, Mr. Wright. The voice of too firm, demanding his complete silence.
What?
Instead of answering, she merely crossed her arm and shuts her husband a sharp, disappearing glance. That seemed to have done the trick. He immediately shuts his mouth, but not before mumbling a few inaudible words under his breath. Ah, good. That's very nice. All this Mama could only sign for Lola's eyes and more than happy to get back to the topic at hand.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing, love. She got us the house, remember? Who knows what a little positive vibe can do? It could even give us what we've been eagerly waiting for all these years.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch? I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
Isabella?
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's two of us working on this.
Rose looked like she's about to murder someone, probably me. At least she won't be say as a haunted property. She getting better at this, but anyone going to ask me?
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the three of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal,
Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
Rose hurriedly hands me the key of the house before leaving, mouthingly remind to secure the place and a harmless threat for throwing her under the bus. I return it to the reassuring smile at my own, but even each one of who often forgets. Shush. And just like that, gone. Just as quickly as they appeared, flaring from the one scene to next, leaving me wondering simply what's typical for the rich and famous. If so, I'd rather stay in my run-down apartment or a little shack behind home. There's still joy in the small place after all. But a house this big, I'm not surprised with the ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun is already high by the time we've gone through the last room. I can never say if I'm devout follower of my own faith, even with the Mama and Papa's teaching. But hearing of every word of Papa Norman utterly we want around the house, he put me at ease. All of a sudden the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end of this? Or perhaps this is the end. Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He is busy in the village nearby. He says a minute glance and reach out for the members of the parish every once in a while. It reminds me that distant memory of helping hands and kind smiles that helped my people pull up while the times were rough. But before he leaves...
Isabella, a word before I go? Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bited back the harsh regrets, but they came out. Masking it with a smile was waved to a good past off. I was going to say preach, but I just love to call him pastor. I don't know why. His words, though, meant to comfort. He's only left a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they doesn't believe you, what am I to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulder, taking me on my thoughts before they take a swollen turn. What the hell is going to happen? Oh, Zach, I'm sorry. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Hanging out with Zach may improve the relationship with Zach, but I'm good for now. Maybe... I don't know. Okay, let's hang out with Zach.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries.
Should I have... Oh. Shoot.
And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
A smile, a real one this time, devoted to my unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us in the past few days, I don't want to think harshly of him. Zach had me wait a nearby bench. Upon arriving the port to go off somewhere. He hadn't returned since. It's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone and tied to my thoughts. Well, I think this is a good time to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!